This is a song called "Nie mogę zrobić domu won." It's been in my country, there is a problem. In my country there is problem, and that problem is transport. It take very, very long, because Kazakhstan is big. Throw transport down the well. Come on! So my country can be free, so my country can be free. We must make travel easy. Then we have a big party. In my country there is problem, and that problem is the Jew. They take everybody money, they never give it back. Throw the Jew down the well, so my country can be free. You must grab him by his horns, then we have a big party. If you see the Jew coming, you must be careful of his teeth. You must grab him by his money, and I tell you what to do. Everybody, throw the Jew down the well, so my country can be free. You must grab him by his horns, then we have a big party. Throw the Jew down the well, so my country can be free. You must grab him by his horns, then we have a big party.
Welcome back to episode 15 of Going Postal. I'm Dylan, and I got my co-host Sam here with me today. We're going over the inner earth, the land down under, the earth that you don't see. The upside down, as Stranger Things would call it.
The land down under that's not just a bunch of alcoholics living in the desert. Okay, today we're gonna be just bullshitting. We're gonna be running around, exploring the Himalayas, Indonesia, fucking the depths of the Arctic. We're gonna be fucking everywhere here, boys.
Why does the Grand Canyon have a place that no one else is allowed to explore? Why is it cut off from the rest of society? Why are we not allowed to go certain places on this earth? It's our earth. We're all God's children. Why are we not allowed there? Why are we not allowed in these places? It's our country.
It's because you're a scumbag and you shouldn't be allowed there. I mean, just like a lot of you, Dylan's considered undesirable by these people, and I mean, you can see why. The average fucking person running around nowadays, I mean, you know what I'm talking about, people. You know what I'm talking about. We're like at the dregs of society. The genetic code has fucking ran out of good options. People are fucked.
The people that I see around me give me absolutely no hope about the future. I don't really see them ever catching on to what's going on. I kind of just see business as usual, just chilling for the next fucking however long. These giant corporations have so much money at stake that they can't let revolution happen or anything to happen, really. It's just going to be business as usual for the next 50 years, probably. The war machine's going to keep turning. They're just going to keep making up proxy wars for us to fight in. I really don't see anybody catching on. There's a very small percentage of the population catching on, picking up what they're putting down.
See, Dylan actually had something insightful to say, but the whole reason I brought up this line is because you people are scum. I mean, look at you. Waking up every morning to go to your meaningless job that you don't give a fuck about, and we're out here exploring inner Earth. How the fuck does that make you feel? Me and Dylan are out here fucking sailing around the ice wall. We're breaking through. We're uncovering secrets that we shouldn't even know. The forbidden knowledge, the occult.
We know about the ice wall. We know what they're hiding from us. We know we're not on a globe. This Earth's flat as fuck.
Yeah, dude, it's flatter than a fucking paper plate, boys. The shitty paper plates you get at Walmart. The edges are fucking built up because it's an ice wall. Hyperborea waits beyond. I mean, we gotta go.
They set up a monopoly on land and resources. That's what they're hiding behind the ice wall. There's vast land, vast area to explore, but they want to limit us to this small little enclosure, this small little building that we think of as Earth. Whenever we have the means to support trillions of people in this land, we had trillions of people on this land maybe at one point. We don't know. But they're hiding land. They're hiding resources from us. That's why all these wars are fought is over land and resources, and they're fucking hiding it from us behind the ice wall. So we're going to Antarctica. The Patreon money is being funneled directly.
We've had enough, folks.
The Patreon money is being funneled directly to our trip to Antarctica. We're exploring. We're breaking through the ice wall. I got my icebreaker in the shop.
We're opening the summer gate.
We know about it. We know it's up there, and now it's just a matter of getting there, you know?
While me and Dylan are chilling with our Aryan bitches in Hyperborea, you retards will be out here fucking begging. You'll be doing the same shit over and over again while me and Dylan will be in the land of fucking paradise, Eden. And you people are out here eating scum, doing nothing all day.
And all I gotta say is finders keepers. Me and Sam are gonna find it, and we're not letting you have any of it. We're fucking taking it all.
This is strictly for dogs only. But in all seriousness, people, we're speaking in a lot of fucking certainties, and who knows? Who the fuck knows if the Earth is flat or not? Who knows if it's a globe? It could be a fucking square. It doesn't matter. I mean, I was calling you scumbags. You could be a scumbag, or you could be way more successful than me. Probably you are more successful than me. It doesn't matter. It's all a matter of opinion. It's all just what you know, and I mean, what I know is there's some crazy shit going on up north. That's all I know.
What's most important is not that we know it or not. What's most important is that we all understand that we're being lied to. In so many different aspects of our lives and money and history and everything, they're lying to us so much. And we need to understand that we are being lied to before we can actually make a change about it. It's not about being right or being wrong. Like, it's not about we don't know if the Earth's fucking flat or if it's a globe. I don't know. Like, who the fuck knows?
Could be the shape of a dick. Who knows?
Probably. But
Hermes.
what matters is the lies that they continuously feed to us and will continue to feed to us in the future. We know that if they're going to do it in the past, they're not just going to stop, fucking clean slate, just change, start over. They're just going to continue to lie to us, continue to take away our rights. This is supposed to be about Inner Earth. I don't even know how we got here, but here we are.
I mean, let's get back on track here. Enough of calling the fans scumbags. Enough of saying that the wars are fought over artificial control of land. Let's get down to the brass tacks. Let's get down to the real science, the real society, and the Nazi occult.
If there is actually Inner Earth, then I think I'm just going to go out on a limb
Hitler
here.
escaped to it.
And say that the ice wall does make sense if there is an Inner Earth. Like, if there is actually, if we're willing to say there's an Inner Earth, the ice wall makes sense. And then if the ice wall makes sense, I'm willing to say that fucking the Earth might be flat. Because, like, what's the ice wall? Why would they never tell us about that? And why would they keep that from us? But as far as Inner Earth goes, where did Hitler go? Did he actually kill himself? I don't know.
Just remember, people, the skull fragments of Hitler that you were told about in school, they were fucking DNA testing and it was a woman. Everybody knows. So the Soviets just found Hitler's body, burned it, and then threw it into the fucking ocean? You're telling me their most hated enemy killed millions of Russians, who knows how many motherfuckers, and they just burned his body before taking any pictures? Nothing. They burn his body and they throw the ashes in the ocean. That's all they have to say. And they give us some skull fragments that are a fucking woman's skull fragments. I mean, people, either Hitler fucking escaped to South America or Inner Earth. There's no in between.
I think that's the same thing that happened with Bin Laden. I don't think there was ever any pictures Was there ever any pictures that got released that actually showed that he was dead, but they just said they threw his body in the river or in the ocean? And that was that. After they killed him.
I mean, I don't think they. I mean, I'm sure there's fucking pictures out there. That I'm probably pretty sure they did take a picture of Bin Laden. I think Bin Laden definitely got his ass capped.
I think he did too. I just think it's weird that I never saw pictures of that. Like the most hated fucking enemy of that time. Like same with Hitler. Like same scenario where they just throw his body in the ocean. We never hear about it again. Never see him again.
I don't know. There probably wasn't much left of the cocksucker after they got done with him, to be honest with you. I'm sure everybody at least took a shot in the crew.
What did Hitler know that we don't? What esoteric knowledge did Hitler have about fucking Agartha?
Well, if you believe a bunch of crazy shit I found on the internet.
There's a good likelihood I could entertain it.
Yeah, I can get behind it. I mean, you just tell me something, I can get behind it. Depends on whether if I like it or not.
I'm willing to entertain almost any theory. Like, if anyone's willing to sit down and tell me, like, what they believe in, I'm willing to listen to it and then just make my own decisions from there.
Okay, so, busting notes out here. Everybody knows the Nazis were way, way into the occult shit. I mean, the fucking swastika, respect. Taking shit from the Hindus, pretty badass. But the shit they did, probably not good. I mean, I wasn't there, but it probably was not good what the Nazis did. Definitely.
We're willing to take a bold stance here and say we don't support what the Nazis did.
Here at Going Postal, ladies and gentlemen, before we get into any of this Nazism discussion, we just want to come out and say Going Postal does not support National Socialism. Let's continue. Everybody knows they're way into the occult shit. Whatever. Fucking, I mean, Hitler sent out geographers and scientists to find old holy relics. Supposedly they found the Lance of Longinus, the spear that pierced Christ's body, but nobody can find that. It's probably in a fucking Vatican vault somewhere under there. But anyway. So there was this bitch that supposedly existed. This is all supposedly, people. Take this all with a grain of salt because this is just some shit in the past. I mean, it's his story. His story. Maria Orsic and the Vril and Thule Society. Now, what these people were super behind was this thing called Vril, and it's like supposedly a source of infinite energy, and you can do basically anything that you can imagine with Vril. And you can change the weather with a single drop of it. It's a liquid found deep in the earth, and humans can interface with Vril and control it and use its power to do things. It's not very specific, but the Vril Society and this bitch named Maria Orsic, they believed in the people called the Vrilia that lived deep within inner earth in Agartha. They were beings that were similar to angels, I think that's the only way that you can describe it to something. They were so powerful that it was said that just being a mere mortal in their presence, it was hard to be around. You would get headaches, you would bleed out of your nose and your ears. Just wild shit would happen to you if you were interfacing with these. And all this interfacing was being done by psychics and mediums, which I'm usually not fucking big behind the psychic medium people, but this Maria Orsic bitch, Hitler himself called her his Aryan goddess. End quote.
I'm not willing to say that all that psychic shit and all that medium stuff's bullshit. Like, I don't understand a lot that goes on in this earth, so I'm not willing to call it 100% fake, but
cold reading is real.
It does seem like there's certain people who take advantage of that subject and try to appear smarter than they are, and that's why it gets a bad rep, is because so many people are trying to claim psychic shit whenever they really just are bullshitters, like con artist people.
I believe in the supernatural, but most of the fucking mediums and psychics out there are just cold readers. They're just very, very good cold readers of people. But anyway, back into the Nazi occult. the Vril Society and the Thule Society both use this bitch Maria Orsic as basically like their fucking head medium. She was the top shit in terms of mystical power. This Maria Orsic, she'd been having what she said was communications with extraplanar and inner Earth beings from whenever she was young. And I mean, if Hitler himself calls you an Aryan goddess, come on now. That's a pretty fucking, that's high praise. So, the whole point of these societies was to research Vril and to contact these people that Maria Orsic was supposedly in contact with. And these people were... They're the Aryans, pretty much. They're the people from the planet Boomy. And this is what she said. This is the people that she's interfacing with. The Aryans came from a planet called Boomy, and it's the left eye of Taurus is the star that it circles. And these beings, they found a wormhole to Earth, and they took it and just colonized Earth basically with Aryans and Vril and a bunch of crazy technology. But at the time, Earth wasn't fertile, so they just like did it deep in the Earth to harness the Vril and shit. But anyway, I mean, this already sounds fucking schizo shit. But don't worry about that, people. It's pretty cool. But the reason that it's so interesting is because, I mean, from our previous videos, the Order of the Golden Dawn, they were also way into this shit. They also believed in the Vrilia and like contacting inner Earth beings. Not just extraplanar, not just extra-dimensional beings, but inner Earth beings as well. And the Vrilia, there's no real explanation given on what the fuck they're doing down there. It's just supposed to be like a paradise, just a super advanced civilization living down there. And the reason that it has so much credence is because how many civilizations have said that they came out of the earth. I mean, the Navajo said they came out of a hole in the ground. A ton of civilizations have their origin stories and fucking coming out of the earth. The Aztecs, a ton of people. But as you were saying, that fucking weird shit in the canyon, the Grand Canyon, that fucking the Egyptian hieroglyphic door. I mean, there's supposedly hidden gateways to Agartha or Hidden Earth or the Vrilia or whoever, the Aryans, the Vrilia, whoever the fuck are down there running shit and contacting people. Humans have had contact with the past, and Vril is basically just chi from Eastern theories, and it's spiritual power enough to make you superhuman, but you could also harness it to make like weapons and shit. Is why the Nazis wanted it. But
I could 100% see like ancient people moving underground and creating civilizations underground and using the Earth's core as like a sun basically to their ecosystem down there. And it would make sense to do that because then it would be a safety net or like a safety feature, because with all the cataclysms that can happen on Earth, like the whole Earth's population can be wiped out on above ground or 99%, over 99% of them, and then the people underground are living just fine, continuing on the legacy, and then can repopulate after the cataclysms are over. I could 100% see a civilization living down beneath us, and then if there is a civilization down there and Hitler found out about it, I could 100% see Hitler fucking peacing out and going living in Agartha whenever fucking shit gets dicey. Whenever fucking the walls are caving in, he's just like, alright, we did find, it's a 50-50 shot, I don't know for sure if it's true, but we could just go to Agartha.
Dude, Maria Orsic spoke to the Vrilia for him. They took a spaceship. I'm not joking, like, I'm explaining this really bad because we got too high before this, but, like, the Nazi spaceships and all that were all powered by Vril, and they got the schematics from the Aryans and the Vrilia from Maria Orsic's contact, and, like, Hitler kept this bitch around until the end of the war. Like, the reason that the Germans were making, like, all these crazy fucking technologies at the time, rockets, fiber optics, night vision, all this crazy shit. The whole reason we did Operation Paperclip and took them back over here is because They were getting schematics from beyond the veil. They were getting schematics from extraplanar or inner Earth beings via Maria Orsic, and I mean, they really believed in this shit. The Nazis did dedicate a lot of fucking research into the mysticism. Whatever bullshit, occult. I don't know what fucking word I was looking for there, but it doesn't matter. Just wild shit. Whatever.
And if you look into the FDR inner Earth shit, like the inner Earth missions by the United States under FDR's presidency, they fucking go there, peace out for fucking a year, they just disappear. And then the last thing that's in their logs is that a extraterrestrial ship was in the sky, and then their logs just disappear for a year. All of them disappear for a year, then they come back. And then they just say it's a huge fucking failure. There's no reason to go back at all. Like, I don't even know why we went out there in the first place. Oh, yeah, we're just going to make another mission that's under some agriculture bullshit. That's what we're going to say it's about, when really we're just going back to explore inner Earth again. That's literally what they did. They just said that's the same group of people making a mission to go there after this super long adventure, and then they just say they're going there to explore or agricultural impact of blah blah blah. Like, they just make up some bullshit. It was just a cover to explore inner Earth again, and then they disappear again for a shorter time period. I think it's like 3 months. Admiral Byrd, I believe. Yeah.
I mean, dude, he called that mission off. It was supposed to be 8 months. They got their asses whooped by the Nazi remnants and their advanced technology.
I heard that the inner Earth beings helped predict fiber optics like 100 years before they were actually invented.
That's the whole reason why I even want to do this as like a video, is because like I fucking wish I took better notes. My fucking notes look like a child's scribbles right now, but
then there's the shit about the Roarks, which I can't remember exactly what was said about them, but do you remember the Roarks at all?
I don't even know what you're talking about.
All right, never mind.
Roarks.
Yeah, it was the name of these people that went to try to explore in Earth. But anyway, I believe that if there is at least one gateway, it's for sure in the Himalayas. And then if there's more than one gateway, I would also explore the Grand Canyon, specifically in the place that we're not allowed to go to.
It spreads all over the world, people. The network of caverns underneath the world stretches all over the planet. There's caverns the size of continents down there. Who knows? You haven't been down there. I don't know either. I'm just going off some crazy shit I heard because I like it and sounds cool.
I know for sure there's caves and caverns under us. And then not only that, there's also, like...
I mean, just look at those fucking caves in China that we're not allowed to go into with the fucking, like, massive statues and stonework in them. And, like, the biggest caves in the world are not allowed to be fucking explored because the Chinese are bastards.
And there's Egyptian artifacts and shit found in the Grand Canyon. And just anything that goes against the historical narrative that they've already presented is just either hidden away, or they try to like say it's false or hide that information completely from coming out to the public. Anything that goes against their narrative. There's Egyptian and like very ancient artifacts found in the Grand Canyon, I guess, that are the Smithsonian is hidden.
I mean, let's not get into how much shit the Smithsonian is. Whatever.
Also, giant bones. They may or may not have found giant bones that were just trying to hide the fact that there was giants once roaming this earth. I don't know what's going on anymore.
Who has the Lance of Longinus? Hitler found it and it's just lost after the war. What happened to the Ark of the Covenant? The Holy Grail.
What was that one shit about the meteor? There was a meteor that they found, or that they were given to them in inner Earth. Or like there's like 1/3 of a meteor.
It was like... It was like a philosopher's stone sort of thing. I mean, like the shit I saw on that was it was like a fucking like a dodecahedron sort of thing of black earth. Like it was just an artifact. It didn't seem to really do anything though.
Well, the shit I was hearing about it was they were given it and then it was like too much basically, and they had to give it back because they realized that this could just be some fucking fan, like some dude who loves inner Earth just jerking off making this shit up.
Right.
But he was...
This is me. This is me writing fanfic, and I just sent it to Dylan.
But they were saying that this, like, 1/3 of this meteor stone was so powerful that they had to give it back because they knew that the United States would use it for evil and would abuse its power.
It's Chad as fuck. Based.
So, shout out Admiral Byrd, I guess.
Bird's a Chad.
Bird's giving everyone the bird on that one.
Bird's a Chad. He met the Aryans in the Brillia. He banged their bitches and he left. He doesn't give a fuck about it. However, did you hear how his fucking son died?
No.
So, like, the fucking stories that we hear about Admiral Byrd come from his, like, own personal journal that was only released after his death. And you would think the only person that would have such a secret and cherished item like his father's own personal journal would be Junior. His name was literal fucking whatever.
Admiral Byrd.
Admiral Byrd Jr.
Is it first name?
Right, yeah, no. But Byrd Jr., it doesn't matter what his first
Oh,
name
it's Richard. It's Richard. I remember it's Richard.
Okay, well, fucking Richard Byrd.
Richard does not sound as cool
Right.
as Admiral
Yeah,
Byrd.
dude, keep it to the titles. I don't know. Respect to Byrd, though.
But how does the journal with his son?
Oh, shit. So that journal was released after his death and at a really weird time. Nobody knows who it was released by, but his son was found dead in a warehouse in, like, fucking Seattle or something. He was just found dead in a warehouse. Nobody could even recognize him until, like, they did a DNA test on him. They just thought it was just some random homeless dude that died from he died from dehydration and or starvation. Like, he died from not having food inside of a warehouse that he could have left.
That's crazy. That's
So-
pretty wild.
Yeah, and then his fucking journal gets released, so I kind of think it might have been a dead man switch or something. They were trying to get rid of Byrd Jr., and they fucking took him out. Dead man switch. Drop the Inner Earth story.
Why did he never even... I don't understand why, if he actually got his dad's journal, why he would never try to get that out there. Which maybe he did try and just no one would listen to him.
Probably because they were going to murder him. They did.
They might have just murdered him before they got out, I guess. But, I mean, it did get out, so we can listen to it. But anything...
That's what I'm saying, dead man switch.
Anything you read on Inner Earth nowadays is just going to be labeled as conspiracy no matter what. Like on Wikipedia or just like the mainstream narrative, it's going to sound like schizo talk, or they're going to label it as schizo talk. But it's been in every civilization, like all around the globe, people are talking about Inner Earth, and you don't think there's anything to it at all? You think it's just they're all making it up?
It's fake. It's just myths, fairy tales, childish beliefs.
I really doubt that all of the Himalayas have even been examined fully. Like, have surely not. Like, the entire Himalayas has been mapped out by foot. Like, there could be secret entrances.
Ain't no man gonna map that bitch out by foot.
I mean, especially the top. Like, to do all that shit would be damn near impossible. So,
From the research I've done, like, all the entrances are hidden in, like, abandoned temples and shit. Just, like, in mountains and fucking just remote regions of the world. Still where people worship. Because nobody can go into Inner Earth because these mystics say that Agartha or Shambhala, it'll be revealed to us whenever the time is right. Whenever humans are ready. And we're not ready yet. We're not ready yet for the Brillia or the Aryans or whoever the fuck is in the Earth.
I heard that it was whenever the Earth reaches spiritual balance is whenever the Inner Earth will reveal itself.
It's coming. The summer gate is opening. We're gonna enter Hyboria.
Not only
Hyper.
the caves, but I think there's also proof of like I think there's some type of old world heating system that involved water and like underground tunnels that heated up buildings or what have you.
Geothermal vents.
Yeah. And that has never really been talked about, that the United States had that power. Like, we had that ability in the United States at one point.
That's what the Nazi remnants in fucking Antarctica run their base off of.
I'm
vril.
I'm pretty sure there was, at one point all over the globe, some underground heating water shit that I can't even explain how the fuck they did it, but I'm not for sure. I've heard some
Probably
shit.
using grill.
I've heard some shit about melt points, like that show. I've heard some shit about melt points that show or is there a theory that show if you look at melt points all around the globe, you can see where they were taking advantage of this technology and where it malfunctioned or something at one point and overflowed. But who the fuck knows?
Yeah, dude, mud floods. What floods?
I saw pictures of Kansas City being dug out of fucking like 100 feet of mud, but what do you know?
Whatever, dude. It's bullshit.
All the construction photos, all these old buildings are being made by AI, but what have you?
History is real. History is real. History is real, Dylan.
That's what the fucking Rockefeller Foundation wants you to think. How much are they paying you?
I'm a crisis actor. That might be too far. That might be too far for YouTube. We've hit everything. We got the Nazis in here. We got Nazi praise. Fucking Tartarian Empire. Fake history. Calling our fans scumbags. This has been a fun episode. This is just a goofing around episode here, people. Me and Dylan we're just loosey goosey.
We're
taking it real loosey goosey right now, boys.
What do they know about Tartaria that they don't want us to know?
Yeah. Dude, don't even get me started on the old world.
The Civil War I really want to do next episode. I've been just seeing so much shit about the Civil War. It's getting pretty crazy.
Abraham Lincoln, vampire hunter. That's the real history of the Civil War I want.
Civil War might not have been what they say it was about, I guess.
Oh god. That's a fucking, you need to probably finish that statement. It's a very questionable statement. Many people will get pissed at you for even saying something like that. You're fighting against history, dude. His story.
I think they took over giant buildings and said they were insane asylums and then put a large majority of the population in these insane asylums that wouldn't go with the narrative they were trying to create. And then once enough people took a hold of that narrative, it's been force-fed to children and generations after. And no one has really questioned it up until now, up until we've had this much technology and knowledge. And the old world is coming to light. What was hidden is being revealed once again.
Death is close. Life is closer.
You think every other country evolved fine, but then just the United States just had Native Americans living in tents the whole time? You think that's really how this went down?
I mean, well, I'm going to get up on my soapbox here. Saying that anybody is a native of some place is... Are you fucking retarded? The only natives that are actually native are in the Great Rift Valley in fucking Africa. Those are the only natives on Earth. Everybody's been everywhere, conquered everywhere. Shit's been fucked for a while. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. I don't know why you think the fucking Indians were running around with not that much technology, but I think as civilizations advance, they think of different things, and some people think that building a bunch of shit is the best thing to do, and other people think that not doing that is a lot cooler. So, I don't know. Maybe the Indians were just fine with being fucking chill, hunter and gatherer, live off the land, dude.
I mean, I would.
And your disgusting European ancestors had to build shit here, you fucking cocksucker.
I would like to think that as well. I would like to think that they were just fine living that way, but all around the globe in every other country, they're trying to make a society and create buildings all over the globe, but just not in America, though. In America, they're just chilling fine. And then the Europeans just take over. Then they start building. Then just at a certain point, whenever these other people come, that's whenever they start building. That's whenever they start building the buildings. They weren't just there.
Chill, dude. Yeah, I mean, the fucking old building shit is wild. Some of these construction projects are fucking insane.
Some of these buildings are literally impossible to build even today. Not just in the United States, but shit that's been torn down already. And shit still standing is impossible to build today still with the technology we have.
I mean, just look at the fucking the pyramids, dude. They're called the Great Ones for a reason.
And the interior on them, just a lot of people focus on the exterior, but then you look at the interior and then the woodworking and just all the carpentry and everything that goes on and the marble on the inside. It would take 20 fucking years to build this building, and then if you look at the history, it's year and a half, fucking couple, not even skilled laborers, just fucking a couple of inmates. They used some inmate labor to build. Did you know the fucking Arkansas State Capitol was built by 19 inmates? No. 19 inmates in a prison built the entire Arkansas State Capitol. And also moving all the dirt without any technology, without any bulldozers or equipment to move all that dirt. The way they try to explain it is just like physical labor shovels is how they moved all this dirt to put the foundation in for these buildings. Just moving the fucking dirt for these projects would take a year, and that's how long they say that it takes to do all the blueprints, moving the dirt, building it, and doing the interior. And it's just unbelievable. And every single city too, you can find buildings that were either torn down already or still standing that are of the old world, that were not built by this, I would call it, I guess, generation of humans. I don't even know what I would call it.
This level of humans?
This
iteration?
Yeah, I guess this iteration, yeah.
This go around?
After the Great Reset of the fucking early 1800s. Late 1700s, maybe. Some would say 1776. I don't know.
Whoa!
Satan supposedly is supposed to have a little season after the millennial reign of Christ, the 1,000-year reign of Christ, and if you call his little season 250 years after 1776, call it like a quarter of a century or something. A quarter of a century after 1776 is 2026. So if anything goes down in 2026, we can just say that Going Postal called it. I'm just going to say something will go down in 2026.
That's awesome.
Something, don't even know if it's good or bad, just something. So you heard it here first. Dylan's predicting it right now.
That's awesome. I feel like I'm in the presence of a great mystic right now. He's foretold the future. Nostradamus.
If we had like the viewer here, I could do some fucking psychic shit, just being like, you had an uncle, right? You had an uncle. You had someone pass away recently. No, you had someone pass away recently. Oh no, that's not it.
My Uncle Johnny?
Yeah, your Uncle Johnny, yeah. Yeah, folks. Inner Earth. What do you know?
This episode has been kind of off the rails. I apologize, but we're in a garage with no AC right now, sweating our fucking dicks off. Shitty notes, 2 stone, a lot of fucking variables here, people. I just want you to remember that we're still out here. We're not just these podcasts making 2 videos and then quitting because we're fucking brain dead retards. Episode 15, motherfuckers. Stay tuned. Second hour straight ahead.
Y'all didn't have hope. You thought we were fucking calling it quits after 7. You thought the Clintons would have gotten to us by now, but I had to fight them off the other night. I killed Hillary Clinton myself. They got a clone for her, obviously. They fucking.
She's been resummoned.
Yeah,
by her fucking foul coven.
At this point, they just got a fucking factory making her clones because so many people are going after her at this point. Every country hates Hillary Clinton at this point. Kamala Harris is a retard. Don't vote for her. I'm not even political, but fuck her.
Kamala Harris raised $200 million in like a matter of 3 days. Kamala Harris has a room temperature IQ. People, you were smarter in 5th grade than Kamala Harris is right now when she's the vice president. I'm not even gonna fucking. I'm not.
All the bots on Reddit are telling me to vote for Kamala, so that's how I know that if fucking she gets in, shit's gonna go down.
Dude, they're fucking scrambling to make this woman look good. Like, did you hear about that shit on Twitter? It was like white dudes for Kamala or whatever. Have you heard about this?
No.
So it was like #1 trending on X. And then this White Guys for Kamala, like, raised a bunch of money for Kamala Harris, but then got banned off of X. And everybody was calling Elon out for, what's this bullshit about the fucking free speech app? But I guarantee every single one of those motherfuckers on white dudes for Kamala Harris was a fucking bot.
Yeah.
Probably 3/4, 5/6. I somewhere in that fucking range. I don't know, but there has to be a reason that these people are trying to raise so much money for this retard. It's the last chance they have, guys. We're at war, just like what Jones said. This is what the ancients spoke of. It's what we're dealing with. These people are demons.
With how bad Kamala is, that just goes to show you how fucking gone Joe Biden is. Because they were running with him for so long and wasted so many resources on this election.
They were banking off T-Dog getting fucking headshotted.
Yeah, they literally were. They were fucking dead. Yeah. They
literally banking on it.
And
they fucked it up.
Joe Biden, they wasted so much resources on this guy, and now they're just scrambling with her. And Joe...
Dude, I don't even know what they're going to do because, like, this shit is unprecedented. Like, even if Kamala Harris takes the nomination, like, that is unconstitutional. Flat out, if the incumbent is not going to run again, then there has to be a nomination. They can't just make Kamala Harris the nominee. They have to fucking do something. What they're dealing with right now, people, is they literally put the Constitution in crisis. They've backed themselves up into a fucking corner. They try to get rid of Trump. They're trying as hard as possible to stop this shit from going down the way they fear it's going to go down. I don't know. I'm not the fucking biggest T-Dog guy ever. He might be a true patriot. Who fucking knows? But all I know is they're stopping at fucking nothing to keep T-Dog out of office. Nothing. They tried to kill the fucking guy, for Christ's sake. The Secret Service said they couldn't be on a sloped roof. And I've seen wheelchair ramps more sloped than that.
The fact that they had to kill Trump, and I don't think that elections are 100% rigged, but I feel like they can sway it by like 10% or something. They can't just fully fucking just make Kamala win, but if they can give her like 40% of the votes somehow, they can just sway it somehow to get her to win. Like I think that's...
I mean, dude, imagine if that was your job, being like one of those people that check if the person is still alive, for instance, on like internet voting and shit, on mail-in ballots, shit like that. Dude, the amount of people that don't give a fuck about their jobs, if once you see a name, you click accept, that's all they're doing all day is clicking one fucking button. It's not like they're going in super detail, making sure that all these people are real or alive, whichever one that they're doing. The elections are very easily rigged. I mean, the voting machines are, I don't think they're that rigged. Every ounce of my being wants them not to be rigged. They might be. Who fucking knows? We don't know anything here at Going Postal. We're just two guys. We're just two guys.
What I think was the most telling that the 2020 election was rigged was that they asked... So they're supposed to do a fucking audit. Everyone was asking for them to do an audit on these votes, but what they did was a fucking recount. All they did was do a recount and recount how many votes were for Joe Biden, how many votes were for Donald Trump. They didn't actually go through and determine if these people are still alive or not, or if these votes were actually real. They just put a bunch of fraudulent votes in for Joe Biden and then just did a recount after, whenever things started getting questioned. Things were fucking looking fishy as fuck. Whenever everyone forgot about the 3 a.m. voter, the 4 a.m. voter.
That fucking spike is so ridiculous, dude. That's so fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, so all that shit's fake as fuck. And then whenever everyone starts calling it out, they're just like, all right, we'll do a recount. Like, it's fine, don't worry. We're doing a recount. All right, we did a recount. Everything's fine here. But all they did was recount the votes that were already for Joe Biden. They didn't actually determine if these people were alive, if these people even existed. They just fucking ran with it. Now he's president, and now he can't fucking tie his shoes anymore.
He's been a puppet the whole presidency. Everybody's known that he's been a fucking shell of Just a shell, just a puppet up on a fucking stage. His pullout of Afghanistan was probably one of the most blatant fucking, like, yeah, we're gonna have a war here later. Let's get ready for this war here later. Let's just fucking plan for the future ahead so we can start a war here later. These fucking cocksuckers.
And no,
I mean, dude, it's unheard of to leave that amount of equipment behind.
oh my god, that
Whenever
was crazy.
they left helicopters, people. These fucking Taliban guys got full kit. These motherfuckers got fully looted from American fucking. Like 3 days after, you could watch just the Taliban guys going hard as fuck in the American gyms, just going fucking crazy. It was embarrassing. It was one of the most embarrassing things I've ever seen out of this country in my lifetime, and that's kind of sad that something that low of level is that fucking depressing.
America is just a circus nowadays for other countries to laugh at, which is fucked because we're still the fucking superpower. We're still the one that controls the currency and controls everything, but the amount of shit that's going on in America is bad, and the amount of, like, the homeless population, the just amount of poverty, and poverty is only getting worse. We're
Everything is only getting worse, people.
Yeah.
Don't worry. We'll see it through to the finale with you guys. Do you have anything else?
Civil War.
Civil War / Tartarian Empire coming up.
Yeah.
Some probably more Inner Earth bullshit because we kind of fucked this episode up. Yeah, don't look forward to anything here, people, other than the next going Postal episode.
Don't live in a city. Start farming for your own vegetables. Start farming
dude.
for your own food,
Dylan,
for sure.
Dylan, these retards have heard all this shit. They're not gonna fucking do it. They don't have the. What are you talking about? They don't have the fucking money to do this. Me and you don't have the money to do this.
Well, food's gonna. I think there's gonna be a food shortage at some point.
Crickets. You will eat crickets and be happy.
There's a food shortage coming up. Just be prepared for shit to go down.
Today, going Postal. Be prepared for shit to go down. We love you.
Peace out. Have a great day.